used to drive a taxi. Well, people paid me to drive them places anyway. My favorite part of the job was listening to the stories people would tell me as I drove them around. Stories of people they had known, places they had been, things they had seen, friends they had lost. I would take these stories and apply them to my own life experiences. Little did I know how much my own story would come to affect people. On November 11th of 2011, two friends and I were driving home after a night of drinking and playing music in downtown Austin, Texas. We were driving fast down a dark country road when we hit a curb and flipped into a tree. Of the three of us, only two survived. We were rushed to St. David's Medical Center in Round Rock, Texas, where we were placed in an induced coma for several days. My friend who was driving suffered severe head and neck injuries and neurological damage. He had no memory of the past several years of his life. My own injuries were focused most heavily on my left leg. My femur was shattered and my tibia snapped. I spent 2 of the past 4 years in a wheelchair or on crutches. My best friend in the passenger seat wasn't so lucky. He was ejected from the vehicle on impact and was pronounced dead at the scene. The early hours of 11/11/11 changed my life forever. Over the past 3.5 years, music has been my outlet for the lessons I've learned. I've been reflecting on how our lifestyle, though it seemed harmless enough, ultimately led us to the situation we were in. I've put together 11 original songs, exploring topics like substance abuse, peer pressure, accepting loss, living with disabilities, and other truths I've come to know since the accident. Titled 11/11/11, the album will be my testament to the event that shifted the course of so many lives, and to the best friend I've ever had, Ellis McLean, my accountability buddy. Since I've already written every song for the album, minus a few of the lyrics and some added instrumentals, the next step is to get into a studio and record it. This is where I want your help. While I'm the only person who can tell my story, I'm calling on the community to help make it happen. Whether you support me financially, with your time and effort, networking and advertising, or especially your encouragement, I can only tell a story. I'm counting on you to help me reach as many people as I can with it. I've set up the campaign so that you can pledge as little as $1 to get project updates and demos, or pledge more for rewards like digital and physical copies of the album, posters, t-shirts, shoutouts in the album booklet, or cooler stuff like Skype or in-person music lessons, or a visit to the recording studio to help with vocals, hand claps, and other crowd-generated music stuff. The album won't only contain music, but will feature a multimedia story booklet following 3 songbirds on their voyage through life and their encounter with death. I intend for this storybook to act as a visual aid for the music, and carry its audience through our lives leading up to the accident, from my point of view. I said that I want your help. I could do this by myself. I could fund the album out of pocket. I could record every instrument myself. I could do it alone, but I wouldn't want to. Truth is, I'm not only telling my story, I'm telling a story that other people are living, and that everybody I've known has contributed to. I want your help because I want to connect with you. I want you to tell me what I could do better, what needs improvement, what works and what doesn't. I want you to help keep me accountable, like Ellis once did. I used to drive a taxi and listen to other people's stories, but now's the time to share my story, and in all likeliness, change somebody's life. Also, though, don't hesitate to throw money at me. Turns out that actually really does help.